Okay. I think I am recording now. Okay.
Yes, you are.
All right. Okay. So in economics, we have to make that decision about production in order to have what we need or even what we want. Okay. And like I said, we must make choices because economics is about the science of choice and scarcity. There is scarcity because we are not able to produce everything that we need. Okay, and we have limited resources. And so, as in this example that you see here, you have consumer goods, you have capital goods. You can spend all your resources producing capital goods, but then you will have nothing to show for it. And if you try to spend all your resources producing consumer goods, you will need capital goods, and you will not be able to produce the consumer goods. All right, and so this is why we have a production possibility frontier. So now, inside this frontier, where you see my cursor going in circles, now that's the area that shows what you are capable of producing given your resources. Outside of the frontier, those are things that can be produced, but the point is that you do not have the resources to produce that much. Okay, now looking at that slide, the new slide, you can see every point inside H, say the point H, the light shaded area, you can produce. In the area outside the yellow line, what is that color now? What is that color? I've forgotten that.
Like a mauve?
Yeah, something like that. Okay. Outside in that area, in the dark colored area, you are not capable of producing. But if you had more resources, you can extend the yellow line there. But you don't have sufficient resources to produce outside. So anything inside the light colored area, you can produce. Now, if you are producing at the point H, you see the point they have H on it? That means you are not making full use of your resources. That means you can still go away from H and keep going until you get to the limit. So if your production is at the point H, where you have the goods right there, where my cursor is, and that's how much you're producing, that means you are not using all your resources. You are not producing to the limit of your ability. For example, if you study for 30 minutes, when you still have energy to study for 3 hours or for 2 hours, then you are not producing as much as you can produce. That is the point we are making here, okay?
Wait, so the closer H is, point H is to 0, is the more, but is the less that you produce. Well, not produce, is the less it's inefficient, is more inefficient.
Yes, precisely. You are not being as efficient. You are not making full use of your capabilities. And so you see the point H, okay. So the point H shows that you are not making full use of your resources. The point F, as in Frank, is not feasible because you have gone to the limit of your capabilities. So the point F is not feasible. You cannot. You don't have the resources to produce at the point F outside of the frontier. And so you can only produce, for example, if you take the point F and go left, then the point where my cursor is your limit there. And once you can produce that, then you have to come somewhere here at that point there, and that is the only thing you can produce if you produce at this point up there, okay? Next time I'm going to get a marker so I can mark up what is there. Let me see if I can get something.
I have a question. This is from the PowerPoint chapter 2.
Yes.
Okay, so this is in the on Blackboard, right?
Yes,
Thank-
the book is loaded. Now remember, this is a free book.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Just making sure.
Yes. Okay. So now, if you go to the next slide, you can see that the point C is a feasible point. Any point on the production possibility curve is feasible. Any point outside, like F, is not feasible. It's not possible. Any point inside is you are not making full use of your resources. As you can see, point C is feasible. Point D is also feasible. But when you are at point C, you are producing 800 capital and 1,100 consumer. But if you decide that you want more consumer goods, you must give up some capital goods, and you produce a point D, which is 550 capital and 1,300 consumer goods. Okay, so C is possible, it's feasible. D is feasible, and any other point here is feasible. But you can see that as you go back and forth on the frontier, you are giving up something for another thing. Okay, so now where you stop on the frontier depends on what is best for you or what you desire the best. As you can see here, that point A, B, C, D, E, they are all possibilities because they are on the frontier. Okay, and so I hope that that answers Ms. Little's question. Okay, now as you can see here, now economic growth, for you to be able to produce, if you want to shift this frontier, you see this yellow frontier here, you can shift it if you have resources. Now, if you can shift it, then you have achieved economic growth because you have more resources. And economic growth can occur in two ways, or this is in at least two ways. One is that, or you can say that more resources are available, in more than one way. You can have more labor, okay, and you produce more, or you can have more technology. Okay, for example, you produce more automobiles today than you produced in 1910 or in 1920 or 1930 because we have more technology and we can produce certain things faster. We produce more food today. Okay, think about it. 1,000 years ago, people were going hungry. But as the population of the world has exploded in those 1,000 years, there's more food because we have more technology, because we can make fertilizer, because we can till the soil faster than they did 1,000 years ago, than they did 20,000 years ago. Okay? If you were to build the pyramids today, those pyramids took about 50 years to build. They took about 30 years to produce. But we can produce those pyramids today in 4 years or in 3 years because we have technology. All right. Okay. So, when we achieve economic growth, essentially the curve will shift outwards. This entire curve will shift outwards. Okay. And here is an example. If you move the curve from the point D to point F and G, you can see that you have achieved economic growth. And you can go from point D and you can go to either F or you can go to G. Okay. And you can see the way the world has developed. In 1950, this is how much we could produce. By 1975, we could produce more. And by 2003, we could produce more. So we have been achieving economic growth. All right. All right. So the question that Gabriel was asking, so he didn't know how to, I'm going to pull up a whole different set of slides, but I think Ms. Little, does that answer your question about the quiz that you said you couldn't answer?
No, yes, yes, it does. But I have one question. As the lines go outward, that means that is growing, that's the economic growth, right?
That's economic growth is being achieved.
Okay, as the line goes outwards.
Yes, that's what it, that's the indication.
Okay, thank you. Just making sure.
Yep, yep, perfectly fine to ask the question. Okay, all right. So let me see if I can answer Gabriel's question, but I'm gonna pull up a totally different set of slides. Okay, so for now, I'm going to see if I can suspend the recording. Okay, I'm gonna pause the recording so that. Okay, so where do you find the book? I'm going to share. All right. So if you go under, if you go in Blackboard and you go to syllabus, if you go under course information, see where you have course information. Hello, you there?
Yes,
Oh,
I hear
yes,
you.
yes, I'm here.
Okay. If you go under course information and click on course information, all right. And you see where it says syllabus and course schedule. You click on it, and I'm going to pull it out now so that after this class, I'm going to pull that out so that it's obvious. You see where you see free textbook. You get it?
Anyone seeing that? I'm not seeing that. I'm only seeing the syllabus. I'm not
see this?
seeing.
Yeah, I'm seeing where Professor Hat, he's at a textbook. He about to pull it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No, I'm-
this is
so I
this
see
is
Yeah,
a-
I'm
free
seeing what
textbook.
he's doing.
You
I'm
see
seeing
free
what you're
textbook?
doing. I'm looking
see-
on my Blackboard as well, Professor, while you're doing it, but I'm not seeing that on my end. I'm only seeing the syllabus. I'm not seeing where it says free textbook.
Yeah, do you see welcome message?
Yes, I'm there,
Okay.
but I'm not seeing. I
In
see the
between,
course overview and I see syllabus and course schedule. And I'm looking at the syllabus right now, scrolling down, and there is nothing. Your picture is there with your info, and that's it. I don't know if someone else could go up on Blackboard as well to see.
okay, click on
Yeah.
course information.
Mm-hmm. I'm here.
Okay, you click on course information. There's 3 folders there. There's one that says syllabus. Are you seeing my cursor?
Yeah, but mine doesn't look like that. Can someone else go onto Blackboard right now to see, like, if it's just me or?
Okay, so whatever
Okay, give me a
happens,
second. I'm trying to do it.
Yes,
All right.
please.
I just did it. I don't see it either. I see the syllabus and that's it.
Right. So yeah, we're
and
not
do you
seeing that.
do you see welcome message?
No, I don't see the welcome
No.
message.
Okay,
You have
so,
to go to homepage.
You gotta go where?
Homepage. This is where you have to go.
Homepage. Okay, let me click on homepage. Okay, so when I'm on homepage, it says announcements and then the quiz is there.
You can go on tours. Okay, but I can see mine.
So
You
you're
can
seeing
see-
what he's saying.
Yeah, but you see how the professors ones look like. You have to go on homepage. In the corner, you're gonna see there is a line that says tools.
there's a place that says course information.
Course information, assignment. When you go there, you will see it.
You see the homepage, announcements, start here, course information.
I'm seeing all those stuff. I'm just not seeing. I'll figure it
Yeah.
out.
I don't see it either. She
Yeah,
got-
when
Okay,
you sign on
I'm
Blackboard,
going
the
to
main thing-
repost it. I'm going to repost it in an obvious location.
How you doing the verification enrollment?
Okay, verification of enrollment means you have to participate in something. Introduce yourself, submit an assignment, participate in a discussion. And so, and if you do not, then they're going to mark you absent and they're going to drop you automatically from the class.
All right. How you doing?
You have to do something. You have to do something before you go to bed tonight. Whatever
just did-
happens.
I just introduced myself. Does that count?
Yeah, it counts. Yes.
All right,
Just go to where it says introduce yourself, and that's it.
All right.
You can
Professor,
even go
I
to
have a
the question and answer section and ask a question. So I'm going to repost the textbook, but it's right there. Okay, so let's get back to class. All right. So now somebody was saying something about not being able to plot the supply and demand curve. Okay. Now, when you think about economics and the way societies produce, okay, you have different systems of economics. Okay, you have what you call the free market system. You also have what you call the central control system, where in the central system, what you have is that the government does all the production, and the government decides who gets what, and also at what prices goods are sold. Now that could create a lot of problems, because somebody can really have a faulty estimation of what people need. For example, do we need 100 tons of clothing? Do we need 10 million pounds of beef? Do we need 4 million pounds of chicken? Okay, and so if people in the economy, people in the society, people in the community prefer chicken, and you produce a lot of beef and very little chicken, and then you sell the chicken at a very cheap price, what happens? What's going to happen is there's going to be a shortage of chicken. Okay, and then there might be a surplus of beef, because you're producing so much beef, and maybe you're selling the beef at a very high price. Okay, and so that's what happens in what you call central control systems. But in the economy that we have in America, what you have is a free market system. Okay? Now, there is nothing that says that free market systems do not produce the wrong goods. But what happens in the free market system is that if we produce the wrong goods, then people may not buy them as much, and you would have to reduce the price in order for people to buy them. Okay, or if you produce goods that are not able to supply all that the market needs, then there's going to be a shortage, and in a free market system, the price will start going up because people are going to bid up the price. Now, remember that you buy something as an individual, you buy something because it is useful for you. You find it that it satisfies your need, and that is what we call utility. Okay, there's a utility for you. This is why you buy clothing. Now, let me go a little bit extreme and think about utility. Okay, let us say you like fancy clothes. So you buy fancy clothing and you pay more for it. If I don't like fancy clothes, or if I don't care, it's not that I don't like it. But if I don't care, I'm not going to pay a price for it. Okay? If you give me fancy clothing for free, I will wear it and say thank you. But if you say it's going to cost me $200, I will not buy it from you. Okay? Because I want to spend my $200 buying 6 non-fancy clothing. Because I prefer to change the way I look. That is a utility for me. Changing the way I look every day. And the objective might be to give people the impression that I have many clothes.
Can
That is also a utility. You say what?
Can everybody mute their mics?
Yes, you need to mute your mic unless you, thank you very much. Unless you want to say something. In that way, there's no cross echo. Okay? So in the free market system, there are two things that there is something that drives the free market system. It's called price incentive. Okay, so in the free market system, there are buyers and there are sellers. But sellers supply the goods, buyers demand the goods. Price is what controls the system. Price is what controls the quantity of goods that are in the market. If the price is low, the quantity demanded will be great. If the price is high, the quantity demanded will be less. And so the interaction between the buyers and the sellers will bring price to the point where the quantity that buyers want to buy is exactly the quantity that sellers want to sell. And when you bring the two together, the quantity, if you get a price that brings the quantity that buyers want to buy and the quantity that sellers want to sell to be exactly equal, what happens is that we'll call that price equilibrium price. That is the price that causes an equality between the quantity that buyers want to buy and the quantity that sellers want to sell. So we call that price the equilibrium price. And the resulting quantity is what we call the equilibrium quantity in the market. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the PowerPoint slide just to illustrate that point. All right, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so like we said, in the marketplace, in a free market system, okay, price is what drives the system, price. And so, for example, if you are producing a good and the price is 0, okay, free, and so what is going to happen is that the buyers will want to buy 50,000. Okay, think about the possibility that you can go out there and the food in the restaurant is free. That is not going to cause you to eat all the food in the restaurant. That's just how much you can eat. Am I correct? Okay, and so when the price is 0, yes, there can still also be a limited quantity. Okay, and so the quantity demanded will be 50. Okay, if the price is 50 cents, then you can see now that because the price has gone up, less will be demanded because the price has gone up. People have to allocate their resources to buy so much because they want to save the money for their money for something else, and so they don't buy as much. Okay, or even if they want to buy all they want to buy, or they care to take, there's also something called a budget. If you don't have all the money, then you will not be able to buy. So once the price goes up, either because you are making a substitution or your budget is limiting you, the quantity that is demanded will be less. If the price goes to $1, that even reduces the quantity you want to buy, and so forth and so on. So as you see, as the price goes up, the quantity that is demanded goes down. All right, and so this is what you see here in this curve. Okay, I can see when the price is 0, the quantity is 50. When the price is 0.5, the quantity is 40. When the price is 1, the quantity is 30. The price is 150, the quantity is 20. And so we have what you call a demand curve. And the demand curve is a table or a chart that shows the relationship between the price of a good and the quantity of the good that is demanded. And the law of demand shows that, according to the law of demand, the higher the price of a good, the lower the quantity of the good that is demanded. Okay? Now, we can go further in looking at the concept of demand. Okay? Now, but then there is also the supply side, the sellers. Okay? What is it that drives selling? What drives selling is profit. And so if the price is 0, you're not going to make a profit. And so nothing is supplied. But as the price goes up, more is supplied. And so you have a positive relationship between the price of a good and the quantity supplied. So the higher the price, the more. And so when the price is 0, nothing is supplied. When the price is 1, 10 is supplied. When the price is $1.50, 20 is supplied, because there is more and more profit. Okay?
How would you word that?
How would I word that?
Yeah, okay, so for the first one, I have the higher the price, the less the product will be sold.
The quantity demanded.
Yeah.
The higher the price, the lower the quantity demanded. That is how to word it. Now, on the supply side, the supply curve and the law of supply states that the higher the price, the higher the quantity supplied.
So the higher the price, the higher the quantity is supplied. All right.
Supplied, yes. Okay. And so now we get to the point where we combine the two. When we combine the two, we have, you can see here that when the price is 0, the quantity demanded is 50, but the quantity supplied is 0. So there's a shortage of 50,000 because people are demanding 50,000 units, but there is no supply for it. There is nothing in the market to buy because the price is 0. And so there's a shortage of 50,000. When the price is 0.5, the quantity demanded is 40, but there's nothing that is supplied. And so there's a shortage of 40,000. And you keep going, but when the price is $1.50, the quantity demanded is 20,000. The quantity supplied is 20,000. And there is 0 shortage and 0 surplus. Okay? Now, when the price is 2, the quantity demanded is 10,000. The quantity supplied is 30,000. Then there's a surplus, okay, of unsold goods, unsold product, and so there's a surplus. So the equilibrium point is where you have a price of $1.50. The quantity demanded is 20,000. The quantity supplied is 20,000. So there is 0 shortage and 0 surplus. So you achieve equilibrium, which you see in this chart. You see the equilibrium here is when the price is $1.50, the quantity that buyers want to buy is equal to the quantity that sellers want to sell. And so the equilibrium price is $1.50 and the equilibrium quantity is 20,000. Is that clear now? All right. So, so the laws of supply and demand make a lot of sense. And so does that help you, Gabriel, in being able to plot the chart of supply and demand?
I didn't really have a problem with supply and demand. I had a problem with reading the charts, but you did help me in this case because I had no idea what was on the graph. But now I have a better understanding.
Okay.
There was a question on the on the quiz that
Okay.
got me, and it was the pizza and soda. It
Okay.
said, I think there was more pizza and there was less soda. There was 3 pizzas and there was 2 sodas.
Okay.
But the what do you call it? The possible
Production
PPF.
possibility, the PPF,
Yeah,
the production possibility frontier.
that it wasn't, the line was straight. So I didn't know how to read that.
Okay. And the quiz?
Yeah.
The quiz, the first quiz?
Yeah, the one we took today or
Okay.
yesterday.
All right. So let's look at it. All right. All right. Are you talking about that question?
There's nothing, I can't see anything.
Can you see something now?
No.
So obviously, are you seeing my screen at all?
No, I'm just seeing your face.
Seeing only my face. Okay, let me see. Oh, okay. I know what's going on. I am not sharing yet. Sorry.
Mm.
I'm not sharing yet. Okay. Are you not able to see my screen?
Yeah. Yeah, it was this one right here. Number
okay.
3.
Okay.
I didn't know how to read that. I couldn't tell.
Okay. So now we know the production of 5 units and 2 sodas of pizza is 5 units of soda and 2 units of pizza is possible. Okay. Now, this is like that production possibility frontier. Is that correct? Right? Now,
Yeah.
let me see. I need to get some kind of marker so I can see this. Now, remember when we talked about the production possibility frontier?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Let me go back here.
Can you use that as an example?
Yes, I'm going to use that as an example. Okay. You see this production possibility frontier on figure A?
Yeah.
Okay. Now suppose that 5 pizza and 2 soda is on this line, right?
Okay.
Suppose you on this line and 5 soda and 2 pizza, it's there. That means it's possible. Is that true?
Yeah.
Now suppose that 5 soda and 2 pizza is where you see my cursor. Is that possible?
Well, it's possible, but it's undesirable. It's inefficient. Is that what you said?
No. You see, do you see where my cursor is?
Yeah.
Near the figure A?
Yeah.
Suppose your 5 pizza and 2 soda is there. Would that be possible?
No,
No, because you don't have the resources to go that far. You get the idea? What this question is saying is, what if the 5 soda and 2 pizza is outside the frontier? Is it possible? So the answer then is that 5 soda and 2 pizza is possible only if you are within your resource limits. If 5 soda and 2 pizza is outside of the frontier, it's not possible.
you mean inside?
If 5 soda and 2 pizza is inside, it's possible.
Yeah.
If it's on the frontier, it's possible. You get the idea? Let me put it this way. Let me ask you this question. Is it possible? Okay. Is it possible for you to own a mansion? Let me put it this way. Is it possible for you to own 30 pairs of shoes and 40 pairs of pants?
Is it possible?
Yes.
Yes, it's possible.
If
you have the money.
If you have the money. That is what that question says. What if you don't have the money?
Then you can't afford it.
It's not possible. That is what this question is asking. You get it?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Any other questions?
Nah, not really.
Okay, all right. So I'm done.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
All of these, like these questions, should be a part of.
So please turn off your mics. Turn off your mic so that I can hear what she's saying.
Yes. The answers to these questions are in the chapters that you're giving us, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But remember you said you hadn't read chapter 2. This is in chapter 2.
Okay.
Professor, don't forget to repost the book.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
I will
Or
not.
probably send
As
it
a
in
matter
an
of fact,
email.
let me repost it now that you're all watching, so we don't forget.
Yes.
Professor, is it better to do the book or to do the PowerPoints?
It's much better to do the book. The PowerPoint will help you summarize.
Okay. And then in your modules, right? I didn't realize it till after I took the exam, the quiz, but the LO.
The what? Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, I said, I was saying my internet is unstable. It's saying, what I realized, the learning outcomes 1 and 2 and 3 were actually what was on the exam. Is that the same for the learning outcomes 3, 4, and 5? And going forward, the learning outcomes are what will be on the quizzes?
Yes.
Thank you.
I have one more thing. Can you please give me one more day to do this question with the car and the, what is it? The car and the college thing? I could post it tomorrow.
Sure. I will just extend it.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's all.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Are you seeing the syllabus? Are you seeing the link for the syllabus?
No, not yet.
Yes.
Not yet?
Yes, I see it.
You see it?
Yes.
Below the syllabus, do you see free textbook?
Yes.
Good. So
Let
let
me
me
check.
see. Let me see if I can repost this. Do you see where it says start here?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can repost the textbook there. But
What
it's
about
not
the
letting.
class mathematics?
Let's see. I don't see the attachment. Where I can make an attachment here. This whole system is changing. So edit link.
Professor, for this 4-week course, we will be writing essays.
You'll be doing homework assignments that will require you to write something. You're not going to write any paper.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
Does
you.
it have a lot of mathematics, Professor?
Yep.
It does.
What did you say?
I said this class involves a lot of mathematics.
Not exactly.
All right.
Professor, I can't see the PowerPoint. Like for the quiz, I have to go through the link that you send, and also for the discussion, I have to go through the link. I cannot see the PowerPoint.
Same here. I'm not, same here.
Okay, it's very important that you're bringing these things up.
Yeah, because you're in something called course content, and I don't even have that as an
No.
option.
Don't go to course content. Okay, I see where things are going wrong. Go to learning, and this is why I have these sessions.
Professor, when I click on learning and assignments, right? Let me tell you what's showing up. Let me tell you what's showing up on my end. It says week 1, introduction to economic ways of thinking, right? And then you have the deadline, January 9, 2020. Yeah. And then we have module 1. So when you click on module 1, which is this week, you have the message from the professor, overview, and then we have the learning objectives, learning guides, and presentation.
Okay.
And then there's like some YouTube videos.
Yes.
Yes, and then under that we have the quiz, and then we have the discussion thing. Then if you click on the next one, it will show you the stuff that is due for the 6th, 8th, and 9th.
Yes.
So where is the PowerPoint? I'm not seeing a PowerPoint. I'm only seeing the YouTube videos.
Okay. You will see the file that is labeled PPT. Now, let's clear this one first. Are you seeing syllabus here on the screen?
I see syllabus. I see the syllabus and the course schedule and course information.
Okay. When you click on course information, but are you seeing my screen right now?
Now I'm talking about on my Blackboard.
Okay, but for now, you're watching my screen. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
You see on the syllabus, you have the syllabus right there.
Yes.
Do you see the textbook below it?
Yeah.
Very good. So when you go back, if you refresh and go back, you will see this textbook on the syllabus.
Let me see. Because my syllabus is not even showing up like a link. It's just showing up like just.
I can see it. I refreshed it. I see you change the setup.
Okay.
Okay, let me check right now. So. I don't know what's going on my end. I'm not seeing none of that. I wish I could send you a picture so you could see like what's happening.
Okay, what I'm gonna do.
Can you just like, what is the name of the book so I could probably see if I could find it myself.
So Crystal, you just press start here. Press start here.
Mhm.
And then press syllabus course schedule. It's like it's underlined in bold.
Once
You
you
have to
press,
go, you have to go on that, you see where you see home, you see announcements, you see start here and you click on course information. That's where you see it. Do not click on information, click on course information.
okay, so mine's, Professor, you have to press start here. And then once I press start here, I see, no, I'm sorry, course information. And then I see the chart where it shows us the models and the dates that it's due. Once I press syllabus and course schedule, everything pops up.
Okay, and there's two places you can see the free textbook.
Got it. Got it now.
You got
Yes,
it?
perfect. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so now
Thank
the
you
free
so much,
textbook is in
guys.
3 locations and you can download them.
Yes, great. Thank you.
All right,
All right.
any other question?
No, not from me.
All right, okay, guys. Nice to have you around.
All right, Professor.
All right, guys, take
Have
care.
a good
Night, night.
night.
When is
Good
the next
night.
meeting? Next week?
Next week, and please come with all your questions.
And the quiz is due tomorrow.
I'm going to
today.
go right now and
The quiz is due
give you
today,
an
and-
opportunity to do the quiz tomorrow.
And submit the thing, the answer to the question tomorrow as well about the car in college, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Good night, everyone.